Well, here I sit in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yes, you are looking at the Dodge Durango. It is time to say goodbye to the Durango and the tumultuous relationship we had with it. 2000 model year, 163,000 miles. She's been begging to be retired. It killed an alternator on the way down here for yet another car payment sized repair. So, yeah, we're going to say goodbye to the Durango, and we're going to say hello to one Toyota FJ Cruiser. There we are, looking at the inside right quick. So, as is par for the course for this crazy, insane trip, I've got weather to beat. I've had to play with beat deadlines all this whole damn time, so why not now? So at that point, we're going to point this thing home, and we're going to get as far as we can before my body just says enough is enough. So, we've got to get some gas in this thing because it is on E, and we're going to head homeward bound. So we will see you down the road. But we are now out of Minneapolis, and as you can see, we're going to brake this thing incorrectly. I had no more pulled out of town. This stuff started falling. They weren't kidding when they said they're going to be under winter storm warnings. So we're going to try to get our asses back to Fargo and get out of this stuff. So we get on down the road. We got it full of gas. Got to get used to the idea of feeding this thing premium. Yummy. But the weather's got us behaving ourselves. So we'll ease on down. At least I have a means of knowing what the temperature is outside. I have a better idea what the roads are doing. And yeah, we're right on freezing. So we'll keep this thing motivating down the road. Fargo is going to be the desired goal, I guess, to get out of this crap. So, well, I guess it wouldn't be a winter trip without some snow falling in one's face. So we get ourselves moving, get down the road, and concentrate on getting out of the weather so we can have an easy drive home tomorrow. And that's it for now. Well, I figured it's time for a little update. It's been a little while. As you can see, I'm no longer in the snow. It's just windy as windy can get, which of course is killing what semblance of gas mileage I can get out of this thing. But oh well, at least if there's a good part about the wind is it dries the roads off, and I guess I can live with that. But so far so good. Everything is running the way it should be. Of course, that's kind of the expectation with a newer vehicle. Just about 65 or so miles outside of Minot. I think I'm going to shut her down there tonight. Been behind the wheel of a vehicle so long, I'm really starting to hurt. So my body's telling me I better take me a break. Besides, I'll give me some daylight in the morning to walk around with the camera and get a good daylight shot of the new beast. So we continue to motivate down the road, and we will push ourselves to the North Dakota state line and call it a night in Minot. So with that, we will see you further down the road. So 11 o'clock, a little after, quarter after 11. I didn't make it to Fargo. I was hurting too much. It was time to go to bed. So here we are. Don't remember the name of this town. I guess I can look at the hotel card. I don't know. Anyway, I'm still in Minnesota. And I'm tired. Been too long of a day. So I'm going to crawl into that and call it a night. Get some daylight. Show off the FJ in the morning. And then get headed home. Because there's still supposed to be more of this damn crappy weather headed this way. And I was hoping to outrun. But, oh well. See everybody in the morning. Well, good morning everybody. I'm on the road again. Not quite set up yet up here. I'm on the road actually for about 30 minutes or so, I want to think. Pushing heavy duty winds this morning. Of course I knew it would be. Feeling a little better. Of course just different parts of me hurt now thanks to the hotel bed. Oh well, we'll keep on going. We're going to make a fuel stop out of Fargo. Getting down about a quarter tank, and we're going to keep pushing homeward bound. If the light's good enough, I'll do a walk around while I'm in Fargo. I'm not going to spend too much time messing around because the winds are snowing and it's cold out there, so I'm not wearing the world's heaviest jacket. So we keep going down the road, we'll get ourselves over to the North Dakota side, and we will keep on carrying on. So we'll see you down the road. Well, here we are. I believe we are just now in the process of entering into North Dakota. Thought I saw a Minnesota sign in the other direction. I couldn't really tell. I got a last second phone call here, so there's the Red River. I believe this is considered the state line. That we are officially back in North Dakota. I have pretty much an entire state to drive through before I get home, so we're gonna make a stop here on the main interchange here in a couple of miles. We'll put some gas in this thing because, as you can see, we're now under a 3/4 of a tank. These winds are killing me. So we'll get this thing filled and keep heading west, and we will see you in a little while. Well, here we are in Fargo. Guess I get to get used to that. So be it. Anyway, a very, very fast walk because it is howling out here and cold as hell. Just be the beast. Nice dark cherry red color, beautiful color. Remnants from yesterday's snowy exit from Minneapolis. Does have a rear wiper. I guess I can figure out how that works. And getting at the back. So we need to get a lug for it. Keep one from Toyota. And that's pretty much it from the outside. You know, I really do wish Mother Nature would make up her mind where she wants this stuff and leave it there. This is highly annoying. Winds are killing me on the gas mileage, but oh well. Already burned through 1/4 of a tank of gas, almost, and I've only gone 51 miles. Lovely. Oh well. Keep pushing west, and hopefully we can get away from some of these heavy-duty, monstrous winds and be able to relax a little bit. But until then, we keep eating it and keep on heading west, so we'll see you further down the road. Well, we are now past Jamestown, so I figured it'd be time for another update before I bluster a little flight home. Well, made a stop while in Jamestown because that was going to be a decision point, either take the Dakota to Minot or stay on the interstates. With the way these winds are blowing and pushing snow across the highway, I decided that it'd be a better idea to stay on the interstates, not have to go through all the little towns and deal with oncoming traffic if the roads are getting iced up. So we're out here on the big roads. We're going to run through Bismarck and up towards past Dickinson and take 85 up. That's what the GPS is recommending. It'll be a different way home than normal, so we'll go ahead and take it. Turn this into a little bit of scenic anyway. And the other thing here, when I stopped in Jamestown, I went ahead and filled it up because over the course of 90 miles, I burned through nearly a half a tank of fuel thanks to these winds and the fact that I'm kind of getting after it. So, from this point forward, this thing will be, the FJ will be known as the anti-Prius. Because good gas mileage, it does not get. But that's okay, it's meant to get me to work when nothing else will move. This thing is a 4-wheel drive all the time. The only thing the transfer case shifter does is shift from the open differential to a lock differential and then to a low range with a lock differential. And then I got another button down low on the center stack that actually locks the rear axle on top of that. So I can quite literally make this thing a real 4-wheel drive with no open differentials in the whole mix. So that's kind of cool. So it's going to be a beast of a 4x4. I know I'm liking it. Looks badass. Drives pretty good. I mean, given that I'm getting slapped about by 30 and 35 mile an hour headwinds and crosswinds, it's doing pretty okay. Going underneath overpasses sucks. That's alright, we'll deal with it. So I'm looking at being home in a little over 5 hours, and hopefully that'll hold true. Hopefully I won't have to stop too many more times for gas. But going to motivate this thing further west, and we're going to keep heading homeward bound. Hopefully by the time I get further west, we'll be out of the worst of this wind, because this is, if anything's making me tired, it's that. So at any rate, we'll continue down the road, and we'll keep cruising along. We'll see you down the road. Well, after a couple of hours getting, about an hour and a half getting blown all over the place, we are now pulling into Bismarck. We've got about another 120 miles to go before we start heading north through the Badlands. I'm going to follow that because it's kind of what I was wanting to do anyway. Since the GPS suggests it, why not? But we're going to make a pit stop out of here, both for me and also to feed this thing again. We're sitting right at the half tank point. We're just teaming to get really beat to crap by these winds. And of course, the direction we're going ain't going to make it any better. So I'm going to keep it full, stop off and keep it topped off so I don't have to go too far. I don't have to worry about pushing what is a current and non-existent range. But we're getting closer to home. It says just under 4 hours. It'll be probably a little over that, given the fact there's a good 2 more stops in this, if not a third. So we'll stop here and take a quick break and continue to head west. We'll see you down the road. We're about halfway to the exit for US 85, so I figured I'd do an update. Kind of a nice little vista here anyway. We're cruising along here, doing a little bit better on fuel than we did the last couple of legs, but we're still going to have to make one more stop here before we turn to head north. As you can see, Mother Nature didn't put any snow down over here, so even though it's still windy as hell, at least you can't have snow blowing all over the place. I'm happy enough with that. I do wish the winds would die down a little. Just they've been having fun with me all day mopping this vehicle around. But we're getting closer. We're less than 3 hours away from the house. We'll give or take. We've got a couple more fuel stops. One over here when I head north, and finally at the end of the trip when I get into town. And we're going to keep on heading west to get this last 50 some odd miles thrown over my shoulder, and we'll pick up a 2-lane through the Badlands and hopefully have a few nice bits of scenery to shoot while we're headed that way. So we'll keep on cruising west, and we will do an update here in a little while. See you down the road. Well, here we are. We're now done with the interstate highways, headed up north on US 85. Just got through feeding the bottomless fuel tank. Only about 100 or so miles away from home. It says about 2 hours, 8 minutes. I'll pick up a little better than that. And as the wind is coming out of the northwest, even though I'm headed north, I'm getting no better on the headwinds. So still eating it bad on the winds. Of course, we knew that was going to be. So we're going to run up north here, go through the Badlands, and I'll take a few video shots when we go through the Badlands, and we'll continue headed homeward bound, now headed north. So we'll see you down the road. Looks like we are pulling into the south end of the Badlands here. Just started going down some squiggly roads, lots of bluffs and buttes and whatever you want to call all the little lumps of dirt out here. Picked up a Jeep behind me. And there's that. And this is up looking ahead. Kind of neat to see this during the day. this little sample of going to the Badlands, I'm going to set the camera down because it is still extremely windy through here. It's kind of a handful yet, so we're gonna keep on headed north, and we will give an update in Watford City, which is about 17 miles up the road. So we'll see you then. Can't not do a bridge crossing, so here we go through an old narrow bridge. Distance out there is the town of Watford City, and the last major town that I have between before I get to Williston. And this gets me well, this says I got about an hour out. I don't think I have that. I'm only about 40 miles or so away from Williston now, so I'm gonna cruise on through town here, and we're gonna get ourselves home. It's been a long trip. I'm ready. The way this got thrown together, the whole thing's been a big mess. So good to be getting home. We're getting that much closer. So we will see you further down the road. Well, here we are. We're on the home stretch. Yay! Dropping down the slope here over into the Missouri River Valley, across the bridge, and a couple of miles after that, the right-hand turn to head east into town. Just about there. Be there in just a few short minutes. And I'm glad to be home. Stop off by the house, get the heat turned on, and go pick up the dog. Sounds like a good way to end it to me. So, without further ado, this ends more or less the rapid, crazy trip to Minneapolis and back, where this is only videoed from Minneapolis home. And get to call it a night. I'm absolutely beat. So, until next time, we'll see you then.